Topic: General characteristics of farm animals and poultry, Lecture 4. Plan. Description of raw materials from animals. The main types of raw materials obtained from animals. Information about wool. Wool products used in clothing. Information on meat products. Raw materials of animal origin include a wide range of products derived from living things. To date, there are a variety of types of animal raw materials and technologies for its processing. The market for raw animal products in Kazakhstan is growing. The main types of raw materials obtained from animals: milk, a biologically valuable product that contains most of the elements necessary for life. The most strict technical and sanitary requirements are set for milk processing. Meat, fish, byproducts, snails. Complete protein-rich raw material, carefully treated to prevent the spread of serious diseases, salmonella, plague, foot and mouth disease. Eggs. They are a good source of protein, and yolks contain many vitamins. Fat. Substances extracted from the tissues of animals, for example, cows or sheep. Wool. Sheep, goats, camels, etc. Animal hair, a valuable raw material for light industry. Information about wool. The Kazakh people used all the products of the four products as souvenirs. In everyday life, he fed the meat and milk of animals, made cloth from its skin and wool, and used it to sew clothes. The most necessary items are made of wool, such as cords, ropes, clothes, felt of the Kazakh house, various rugs and bags. Wool, sheep, goats, camels, etc. Wool, a valuable raw material for light industry. Wool fibers conduct less heat, absorb moisture and are durable. Used for spinning, knitting, felting, making various textiles. Sheep, goat and camel wool are valuable raw materials. Sheep wool is produced in large quantities around the world. Sheep wool is divided according to the thickness and structure of the fibers. The ratio of bristles in wool varies depending on the breed of sheep. Therefore, sheep's wool is divided into fine, coarse and bristle wool. The quality of all types of wool depends on the breed of the animal, its proper feeding and care. Wool products used in clothing, wool clothes, etc. Before making the products, they were thoroughly cleaned, sorted, dyed, processed and spun in accordance with the wool production standard. Kazakhs sewed beautiful clothes from camel's hair and fur, goat's skin and sheep's skin. He also used the horse's tail. Camel hair is highly valued for its quality. Camel wool is an indispensable raw material for industry. This woolen fabric is in great demand. A lot of wool is obtained from double-humped camels. You can get 5 to 6 kilograms of wool at a time. 16 to 18 kilograms of wool is sheared from the largest boars. When evaluating a camel's wool product, attention is paid to such qualitative indicators as length, thinness, uniformity, elasticity, which determine its physical and technical properties. Shekpen is a cloak made of camel hair, wide and rather long. In addition to animal fur, Kazakh craftsmen also used rabbit fur and bird feathers. She made a warm scarf, gloves, socks and a scarf out of rabbit fur, and made a pillow out of bird feathers. Meat products. Meat. The whole carcass of an animal or individual parts of the carcass. Valuable food product. Raw materials for canned meat. The main raw materials are beef, lamb, horse meat, pork, deer, rabbit, poultry, byproducts, blood plasma, protein preparations, animal fats, egg products and legumes, vegetables, starch, vegetable oils, salting ingredients. Mutton is one of the sheep products, a valuable food raw material. The protein in mutton is similar to that of beef, and the fat is usually higher because it is higher than the latter. The quality of mutton is affected by the age of slaughter, sex, breed, suitability, type of feed. Camel meat is a type of camel product, a valuable food raw material. The chemical composition of camel meat is similar to that of horned beef and is powerful. The properties of camel meat have not been fully studied, but the locals in the camel breeding area of the country consider it a dietary food and consider it a cure. Their meat is turned into kazi and high-quality sausages are made. Conclusion. Livestock provides our people with much-needed food, light industry and other valuable raw materials, some of which are used to make medicines and various medicines. Wool. Wool of sheep, goats, camels, etc., a valuable raw material for light industry. And meat. The whole carcass of an animal or individual parts of the carcass. Valuable food product. Poultry is the second most widely eaten type of meat in the world, accounting for about 30% of total meat production worldwide compared to pork at 38%. 16 billion birds are raised annually for consumption, more than half of these in industrialized, factory-like production units. Global broiler meat production rose to 84.6 million tons in 2013. The largest producers were the United States, 20%, China, 16.6%, Brazil, 15.1%, and the European Union, 11.3%. There are two distinct models of production. The European Union supply chain model seeks to supply products which can be traced back to the farm of origin. This model faces the increasing costs of implementing additional food safety requirements, welfare issues and environmental regulations. In contrast, the United States model turns the product into a commodity. World production of duck meat was about 4.2 million tons in 2011, with China producing two-thirds of the total, some 1.7 billion birds. Other notable duck-producing countries in the Far East include Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Myanmar, Indonesia and South Korea, 12% in total. France, 3.5%, is the largest producer in the West, followed by other EU nations, 3%, and North America, 1.7%. China was also by far the largest producer of goose and guinea fowl meat, with a 94% share of the 2.6 million ton global market. Global egg production was expected to reach 65.5 million tons in 2013, surpassing all previous years. Between 2000 and 2010, egg production was growing globally at around 2% per year, but since then growth has slowed down to nearer 1%. Thank you for your attention.